All right. Hello everyone, just streaming a little bit early today. Well, technically it's 1 o'clock now, but when I started head stream, it was 12:59. Today we are going to be doing some more exploration, possibly completing sequence 4 before we end off the stream. First things we're gonna do is we're gonna fast travel to an area we've been to before, but we're actually gonna finish the area. It's Terra. While we are exploring, there's actually something that I want to talk about. This is something that was recently revealed to the developers of this game that I have been following since 2017 maybe, I think is when I first started playing this game. So the game in question is Overwatch, or more specifically Overwatch 2, and one of the things that I have been looking forward to was a revelation in the BlizzCon, I think in 2021, 22, somewhere around there. I think it was 21. And that is that they're gonna make a PvE with skill trees with they're gonna make a PvE with skill trees with character custom essentially using RPG mechanics in the design of their PvE thing, and what they promised would have added so much replayability to the PvE, and that's honestly the thing that I've been looking forward to the most. For those of you who are unaware, PvE is probably one of my more favorite it's probably one of my favorite aspects of Overwatch 1. Like, I would spend like hours on end playing I can't think the archive events and Borderlands in Overwatch 1. And it's really added a lot of replayability to that game. And the unfortunate thing is, they made the decision at launch that they were going to scrap the ideas that a lot of people, when playing, were actually looking forward to. And what they have remaining is essentially just a PvE game mode we got in archive, which is good, but it's not as good as it could be. And it's just like really unfortunate because it could have been like a really good game, but they chose to cancel that project, and they didn't even tell us that they were canceling it. They just kind of left us to find out on our own, and it's just so stupid because it had the potential to really make Overwatch 2 like a game of the year. I really think that. And when they canceled it and choosing not to tell us, the fan base, until literally like 4 or 5 seasons in Overwatch 1, it literally is causing a lot of people to jump the ship on Overwatch 2, and it's just really unfortunate. The thing is, I have a friend that he is the type of person where he refuses to see like any form of criticism with the game. He thinks that every game is most of the games he plays is flawless, and whenever you try to like introduce criticisms for it, he just tunes you out. He doesn't listen to you because he essentially refuses to listen to any negativity regarding a specific game, and because of that, it leads to people, it leads to arguments I have with him where he goes as far as to avoid me and just act like my opinion doesn't matter when I just talk about the problems with the game that he thinks that are not a big deal. And a key example of what I'm talking about actually happened with the recent release, or really not really recent, but the game Borderlands 3. He is as big of a Borderlands fan as I am of an Assassin's Creed fan, but the difference between me and him is I am willing to acknowledge whenever an Assassin's Creed game has faults. He is the type of person where he believes that Borderlands can do no wrong. He will go as far as to defend it up and down and call like everyone else stupid or wrong, despite the problems with certain games just being like major or severely controversial. He just refuses to listen to any form of criticism. And whenever I try to like criticize a game, he acts like I'm like the worst person ever, and it's just really stupid. An example is when it came time for launch, I was very critical of the game. I did not like the Calypso twins as antagonists, and I did not like Ava as the character. And he said, "Oh well, the Liberate twins are supposed to be modeled as a streamer, mocking of like a streamer." I said, well, that doesn't make them good antagonists. And then he says similar thing with Ava's character. Well, she's supposed to be like a snarky teenage girl. It doesn't make them a good character. Like Tiny Tina, which is was a snarky child in Borderlands 2. And it's like a snarky adult in Borderlands 1, is way more beloved by the fan base than Ava is. And it's because, quite frankly, Ava is poorly written, but whenever you try and tell him that, he just does not listen. To him, Borderlands 3 is like the best Borderlands game in the series. And it's just, as someone who is willing to look at the pros and cons of both games and willing to acknowledge that a certain game has problems, it makes it very frustrating. It makes it very frustrating when I keep on trying to talk to him about like certain problems with the game, and he acts like it's perfect at every issue. And this is the same thing that I has with Overwatch 2, where he just refuses to acknowledge like any form of criticism with the game, and he thinks that the game is like the best multiplayer game ever. He just can't see any criticism with it. He thinks that everyone who criticizes it is wrong. And whenever I try to like point out like this is actually something that happened last night, I try to point out like an issue with Overwatch 2 that is honestly starting to irritate me. In Overwatch 1, the multiplier, the cosmetic items and the multiplier and the that you get through loot boxes are 100% free. You can, in theory, get like every single cosmetic item apart from like certainly like event stuff like the breast cancer mercy skin. You can, in theory, get like every single event item from the loot boxes for the specific event, and you could get them for free without having to like pay like X amount of money for. And when I tried to like point this out, how they are charging you, they're just clearly trying to like gouge out the players out of their money with the I think it's like $10 premium battle pass and the $10 premium battle pass and the God, I can't think. The was it like $20 like character skin packs on the store. It's just really egregious, and whenever I try to bring that up, so well, something to think about is, does the cosmetic skins really add any sort of gameplay benefit to the game? Does it give you like any sort of advantage when playing the game? And I said it doesn't matter if it gives you like any sort of advantage. The whole point of skins is to give like a character like unique sort of identification thing that is unique to the player. Like, it's not any fun if you just play a character that has like the default look that you may or may not like. It's more fun, like say for example Baptiste. Yeah, you could just play this default thing, but it's more interesting, more fun if you could play with him with his pirate skin. It's just, it adds a sort of character to the game that, to the characters. It adds a form of customization to the characters that you wouldn't otherwise have with the game. And it's just, it's so stupid that he just acts like the character customization is like being like price gouged by the Blizzard's greed is an okay thing. It's just, it's very frustrating whenever I try to tell him that I dislike a specific game that he likes, and he acts like that I am in the wrong every single time. It just completely invalidates any sort of criticism I may have for a game, and it's just, it's very frustrating. Because I keep on trying to... I can't have an opinion of dislike and likes within a specific game, because to him, if I happen to dislike a game that he likes and he thinks is perfect, I am always wrong for believing that, and it's so frustrating when it happens. I think it's actually in the other area. The thing that I was trying to do is that I was, in some Assassin's Creed games you can actually wall run and then press left and A to jump to the right. That's what I kept on trying to do, but it wasn't working. There we go, Terra Nova is done. So what we're going to do before we head off to the new location, new force actually, we're gonna be farming some ships for a little bit, just until we can get 250 metal for a hull upgrade. Then once I get that, I think I'll be ready. There was actually a time when I was considering, once I was done with college, I was gonna have like an extra day for me to stream Overwatch 2 once a week, and honestly, after what happened, I may need to put a kibosh on it. I don't even think I would want to play it anymore. I may like try the PvE game modes when it releases in season 6, but I'm not really interested in putting that much time into Overwatch 2 now that I know that the uh, what I've been looking forward to since it was teased is not actually going to happen. It just really discouraged me from playing this game, and honestly, it's really a problem that I have with a lot of multiplayer games. Ooh, no. It's really a problem I have with a lot of multiplayer games where it just kind of makes it clear sometimes that the developers are really motivated by greed than anything else. And it's just so sad, I guess, when you see like a game that you've been putting hours into just to be completely destroyed and over monetized by companies that are just trying to get more money out of you. There's also an achievement in this game, just going back to this game for once. There's an achievement in this game for carving through certain amount of distance of ice. I will have to farm it one of these days, but that's gonna have to be for later.
There aren't enough blankets in the world to keep you warm here. Sir, to the fore! Fire!
I'm actually gonna loot this ship just repair.
They are firing a volley! Taking damage here! Drop burning oil in her path when she tries to ram us! Bring them in!
There we go. Repair the Morrigan. Probably not gonna refill fully. Come on.
It's that time! Fire! Captain, put a shot! Ready to fire, Captain! We've hit an iceberg, Captain! Cannon ready!
Shit.
Enemies firing! Let's get moving! Incoming fire! Taking damage here! Ship taking damage! Fire! Captain, dropping burning oil will stop her from ramming us! Fire! Iceberg is sinking! Enemies firing! Ready, Captain! What's the news? Take care, sir! Fire! Keep a safe distance! Use the focus on her! On your mark, Captain! Brace! They're too close, sir! Brace! These sheets will snap. Fire! We missed! Ready to fire! One more hit and we'll be sunk! Fire! The ship is ready! Enemies fire! Keep out of her way! She'll ram us! Incoming fire! Awaiting orders, sir! Spartan yourselves!
Come on.
Hammered us that time! Fire! More enemy ships, keep a safe range and use the mortars, sir! Ship coming after us, sir! Brig! Starboard, Captain! Fire! Brace! Another hit and we're flotsam, sir! Fire! It's broken! They're firing a volley! Fire! They hit us, sir! She's getting away! Use explosive shot! Enemies firing! Straight to the keep us afloat, sir! Enemies firing!
Okay, I was being way too aggressive. I wasn't being any careful at all. Thing is, like, so many ships were just attacking me from all sides.
Crowded all on!
That's fine. Oh wait, I just realized I didn't get the thing from that ship because I died. We're just gonna go grab this
Cliff ahead, sir! Reef the topsails and gallants!
just gonna go grab this
Now's all sail!
chest, and then we will go for more ships. I just want to try and like get to 250 metal so that I can get the whole upgrade, and then I'm gonna go for the fort. Well, we're gonna clear out the rest of the collectibles in the Uncharted area, and then we're gonna go for the fort.
Loose and catch the wind! Douse all but mates!
Got a naval mission done, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Stop. go ahead and get some money. I just kind of realized there's kind of a bug on my stream. Stream Element says I'm streaming Sims 3 Pets, but my stream says I'm streaming Assassin's Creed Rogue, and I'm playing in the Assassin's Creed Rogue category. So yeah, something definitely is heading up here. I think Stream Elements is confused. I actually noticed that Stream Elements as a bot isn't really that reliable. It's actually prone to some bugs. So get the feeling that maybe what's happened.
Sir, to four! Fire! Warship closing on us! Cannon ready! Brace yourselves! Hammered us that time! Fire! 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 On your mark, Captain! Ease off the wind! Haul it all sail! Do not let her ram us, Captain! Use explosive brace! They've hit us, sir!
There's actually something that I thought was kind of funny. I always really liked Christopher Guest as a character, but apparently there's some people that actually hate Christopher Guest's voice. There's a YouTuber I watch that does a lot of like Assassin's Creed videos. I think this was a person that did like who's the dumbest assassin, who's the most dangerous or deadly Templar. He does like a lot of these videos like that. But it's just, it was so funny to me. It was so funny to me because he did like a video, like I think it's like Assassin's Creed Rogue 10 years later or something. And I was just laughing my butt off because he, shit, it was so funny because as soon as he encountered Christopher Guest and it was analyzing the story, he said, oh, I really hate this guy. It's like nails on a chalkboard with his voice. I thought that Christopher Guest has like a really cool sounding voice. I guess it's just me. Guess not everyone likes him. It's just so funny to me because I always thought that Christopher Guest had like a really cool sounding voice, but I guess I may be alone in that matter.
On fire lanes! Let's move! All sail! Shall take it! Reefing on tops! Bring in those rods! Crowd on every inch of sail! Come on! Man those ships! Taking a blow, Captain! Fire! Captain! Fire! Let's shoot! Ready! Fire! Ship taking damage! They've landed a hit, sir! Fire! Not one hands away! Cannon! Fire! With the water, Captain! On your mark, Captain! Fire! His weakest point fire! Away orders, sir! Taken here! Avoid her ram at all costs, sir! Brace! Rattling hooks away!
Okay. Easy as pie. Any metal? 27 metal. Okay, so we need 50 more.
Catch some wood. Ready to hit them, sir. Fire! Spread it. Hit her for the purposes and gallons. They are firing a volley. Careful, Captain. We are hit. Fire! Top gallons. Enemies firing. Studs. Damage report. What's the news?
No, I'm not gonna get him.
Fire! Enemies firing! Brace for impact! We have square! Fire! Brace! Ready to fire, sir! Fire! Douse the royals and tops! We got it! What a burn! They hit us, sir! Red grounded on our...
Okay.
They're flying French color! Ease off the wind! Crowd on every inch of sail! Hold it in with the wind!
Let's go ahead and get to work. There you go. You got 105 metal. Okay, so let's prepare and we will GTFO. You got the metal we need.
Get the mates free! Meet the quarters! They're firing a volley! Brace! Here, sir! Fasten yourselves! Taking a hit, sir! She hurt! Stay close to her so she can't follow!
Really just trying to lose them? I have one guy that's still alert than me. No, sail away.
Storm, Captain! Looks bad! Studs out! Let's get moving! Reefing on top!
Shit.
Use the main! Muzzle the galley! All sail! Shall take it! Loose sails! Let's catch the wind!
He's still after me? Just fuck off. I can't like go into my ship, my captain's cabin until I'm anonymous. There we go.
These are sticks! Drop anchor!
Lord, Yeah, I think we're ready for that fort now. I just want to like get the rest of this Uncharted stuff and the that thing done. What the fuck is? That was weird. It looked like my ship was like. I know we're on the ocean, but it kind of looked like with how the ship was looking, it was perched on a hill and looking downhill. If that makes sense. I don't know what the heck that was, but okay. So I guess something I should point out is there is something I'm going to be doing in this stream that is both required for an achievement and required for 100% completion in general. And that is I'm going to be fully upgrading the Jackdaw. I'm actually the Morrigan. I want to upgrade it, fully upgrade before I do any of the legendary ship battles. So just keep that in mind. Just keep me slowly upgraded from here from time to time, and we will be working on getting everything done for 100% completion by the end of the final sequence. I basically want to make sure I have essentially everything done, every single achievement farmed out, every single thing done by the time I finish the last mission. And the reason I want to do that is I always love it when the last thing I do for 100% completion in the game is the very last main story mission. So that's what I like to do. I don't really do it that often in games because sometimes I actually am kind of unable to go for that in some games because some stuff isn't unlocked until after you beat the story. But for the most part, I like to try and do that. For those of you curious as to whether or not I will be going to the main story, the odds are probably not. So what I'm planning on doing before we do the main missions is I am planning on clearing out this area, and there's a fort, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 missions. And then we have to go to the River Valley. And we have this area here with 1, 2, 3, 4 locations. And this area here with 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no, that's sorry. There's actually 5 locations here because this one is actually in the other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations here. We are going to skip this one. This is technically a location that we don't have available yet. We will unlock it once we do this main mission. We're going to skip that one until we are ready for doing the main mission. So, yeah, for those of you curious as to what I'm hoping to accomplish today, that is just a bit. We're going to have like an exploration stream. I highly, highly doubt that we will be able to get to the main story. But this is just strictly going to be exploration thing, and I will just go ahead and say this is going to be really fun to edit and put in the timestamps. I'll just tell you that much. Probably take me a solid hour maybe to filter through the video and find every single collectible, and but I'm going to be doing it because you never know how it'll be helpful. Something that I wanted to say, and this is something that I've been kind of thinking about for a while now, and that's the games I'm going to be planning on covering in my channel in the near future. So as of right now, my my stream schedule, my games on my queue that are coming up next is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, uh, Assassin's Creed Unity and Saints Row 1 for the Xbox 360.
Blizzard clearing up, sir.
I actually want to there's actually a game that I want to play, which is a game that kind of had like the remastered, quote unquote, version with Far Cry 6, I believe, called Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. That's probably going to be next in line after after I finish Saints Row 1, and it's probably going to be the next Far Cry game that I'm going to be 100%ing. And I'll just go ahead and talk about this now because I just have like time just in between stuff. I have never played Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, but I'm actually familiar with some of the missions, some of the events of the story, and what I mean by that is, oh, that's nice. What I mean by that is there is a line that there's a reason why I have a picture of dogs playing poker right here, which is probably one of my favorite lines in video games, and it actually stands from this game. And for those curious, we're actually gonna wait until the other one's done. For those curious, the line in question was, the only true pieces of art is pictures of dogs playing poker and clowns crying. I absolutely love that line so much, and it's the reason why I bought that picture about dogs playing poker. I actually had like a different one for the campfire, but the wildfire just kind of burned through my home and destroyed it. So this one's a replacement. But that's probably my most favorite line of any video game, and it's just such like a stupid like one-liner. But I love it so much. And yeah, I'm really excited to be playing a Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon 100% completion for the very first time. This will be a mostly blind reaction. I've never, once again, I never played Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I did watch a Let's Play of it by YouTuber Yogs Cascana, I think. But I've never actually played it myself, so it will just be so interesting for me to just play this game for the first time. I have no idea what goes into 100% completion, but I will be trying to get like every single collectible, every single thing required for 100% completion. And for those of you curious, I'm basically going to be trying to handle it the same way as I did in Far Cry 3's stream, where I'm going to be looting every collectible chest that I can. Now, I don't know for sure. I don't have like a clear estimate about how long it will take for me to get to this game. At this point, I'm thinking the next game I complete on this channel will be Assassin's Creed Rogue. And the reason why I'm saying that is last stream when I ended it, I was already at 41%, so almost halfway through this game, and I guarantee you, by the time we end this live stream, I will be at maybe 55%, maybe 60%. I'm not sure, but that's my best guess. That being said, Stardew Valley still has a lot of work. Sims 3 Pets still has a lot of work. I'm fairly confident that I may, at the very least, complete Stardew Valley before I complete Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And then I will be starting Assassin's Creed Unity, most likely. After that, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will likely be the next game that I complete on my channel. And then I will be starting Central 1. And honestly, I do not have like a clear idea how long it will take for me to complete Central 1. Saints Row 1 is considered to be a cult classic. A lot of people consider this to be one of the best Saints Row games of the series, which those people that are saying that are mainly just hateful of Saints Row the Third and Saints Row 4 for good reason. But I've never actually beaten Saints Row 1, and it's a game that lacks a checkpoint system, so I am fairly excited to be playing that, but at the same time, I've never actually managed to complete all the locations, which and all the activities which I'm planning on doing. And I've never actually, and the only faction that I've ever actually completed was the Viking. So this would be 50% blind playthrough, I'll say. I got about halfway through the Los Carnales faction, but I've never actually completed it, so it's like maybe about 50% completion, I would guess. But I only managed to complete like one activity, so, and that was a mayhem activity. But yeah, for the most part, I will be playing a Central One blind. I do not claim to know exactly what I'm doing when I'm playing that game. But yeah, that's something to look forward to, I guess. Beyond Saints Row 1, I know the next game that I'm going to be covering after that is Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Actually, no, I'll probably just play Assassin's Creed Syndicate after Saints Row 1, and then I will play Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. And then after that, I may play Assassin's Creed Origins, and while I'm working on my Assassin's Creed Origins playthrough, I'm probably gonna re-download Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I actually had like a plan with that game where I want to see if it's possible to do 100% playthrough using each of the 3 sets of builds: Hunter, Assassin, and Warrior. I did 100% playthrough as an Assassin build, and I started my Warrior build. I want to finish my Warrior run before I finish my Assassin's Creed Origins run. And when I finish Assassin's Creed Origins, eventually I'm gonna be streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I want Assassin's Creed Odyssey to be the series where I'm actually gonna be finishing what I essentially promised my friend I was gonna do when it came out, and that's play the entire game like using a hunter build. Which, for those curious, we mostly using a bow and arrow and stealth. And, yeah. I don't know exactly. I don't actually know exactly how long it will take for me to, I don't know exactly how long it will take for me to, God, I can't think, uh, to get to that point. It may take me a couple years if I'm gonna give like a best guess, but that's currently my overall plans. And again, like the games I play is subject to change, so it's possible the game that I am stating I'm going to be playing it may actually change in the future, but I don't know if these missions are repeatable. I don't know if they'll eventually loop and will force me to play like old ones. And that being said, I don't know if I've already started old missions, but I'm just gonna be doing like the missions just for money and resources. We are nearing the end of the first hour. We're gonna be streaming Assassin's Creed Rogue for another 2 hours. I honestly should have like got something to drink before I started the stream because I'm actually getting like really thirsty. I'm not gonna like go downstairs and grab something, but I am kind of getting a little bit thirsty right now. I actually I had like a pretty good night's sleep last night. I fell asleep at maybe about 10 and I woke up at 9, so I almost got a solid 12 hours of sleep, which is probably not healthy for me because typically you would want like 8 hours of sleep as a normal sleep thing. But yeah, it was definitely something. I actually kind of had like a really weird dream as well. So this may have been like one of those stress dreams, or maybe like I don't know what you would call it, but I dreamt that this is like in some event in the future. But for those of you unaware, I'm a writer. I'm trying to be a writer for a video game company, and I'm actually working on a novel series right now. So this dream actually happened in the future. But I dreamt that I was getting an award for a story that I wrote. And when they called my name to accept the award, I started to get up and walk towards the podium. And then I looked down and I found out that I was naked because of course I was. And then I spent like, then tried to like look at my chair for like any sort of like clothes or jacket or something, and they kept on calling my name like, Zachary Bennett, come on down. We're looking for Zachary Bennett. And I just kept on like looking around frantically looking for clothes, and God, it's such like a weird dream. It's like I feel like everyone has had those dreams where they dream like they're naked, like in a presentation or something. I feel like that's a normal thing for people to dream about. This was actually a lot easier than I thought it was, if I'm gonna be honest here. I feel like I over-prepared. If there's one thing I'm currently being concerned about, I don't remember for sure of this being like an issue like kind of like 15 years ago when the Xbox 360 was current generation. But My fan of my Xbox 360 keeps on being so incredibly loud, and I'm honestly kind of worried that it's gonna like overheat or cause like some certain type of issue. I don't know if it will happen, but it is something that I have been noticing, and it's been kind of getting me a little bit worried, if I'm gonna be honest here.
Je l'ai en visée. Tu crois qu'il peut nous sauver? Je peux la...
Yeah, let's go ahead and try and find some more stuff.
I want all intruders dead.
That was so. I was honestly worried that I was gonna have to use smoke bomb, but that was actually pretty cool. Just ran up to him and just fucked him up. Excuse me. Oh, what's this? God, I got the hiccups. Just take a look at the location a little bit. Well, that was fun. I love that shit. Yeah, let's get started. So, for those curious, there is an achievement. There's actually two different achievements. One for doing all the gang headquarters, which I don't think I have, and one for liberating all forts, which I may have. There's also one for capturing all settlements, which I definitely already have, but yeah, I already had to capture all forts. So the only thing that I am missing is doing all gang headquarters, which I think in my original playthrough, the only things I was missing was the gang headquarters in New York. Yeah. Would actually make sense because I can't remember. I'm always like very forgetful like of things. First of all, like the last time I played this game, this specific version, I should say. Last time I played this specific version was when it came out. And I got stuck on a specific mission. I can't remember if it was the Adwale mission. Or if it was, I can't remember if it was the Adwale mission that you do later in the game. And I was just stuck because my ship wasn't strong enough to do the like the naval combat, or if I was stuck on some other mission. I know for a fact I didn't get to the part of the game where you go after Hope, so I'm thinking that I may have gone stuck on the Adwale part, because honestly that part, it can be kind of difficult if you don't know what you're doing, if I can be honest here. But yeah, I honestly don't know. I do know that I've at least completed sequence 5 in my first playthrough, which is a very next sequence. But I don't know how far I've gotten. So I at least made it to the final sequence, sequence 6. But I don't know how far I've gone beyond that. I also know I have not really done like any that much of the I may have done some of the Abstergo computer hacking things, but I definitely have not done all of them.
Get the mainsails into the wind! Crowd on every inch of sail!
We will, of course, be doing everything you can do in this game, so don't worry, we will be doing all that stuff again. This is 100% playthrough after all. What type of flag is that? It's like green with a white cross. Oh, is that like an Irish flag? Is that the Irish state flag? Is Shay is Irish? Maybe.
Cargo adrift, Captain!
It is the island of Miramichi, sir.
Glues up! These are sticks!
Squall, pick it up, Captain!
Okay, so we are going to start. $16 metal. You may not actually have the resources needed for this renovation. We'll see. Oh, it's a cheap one. 20 wood, which you have, 40 stone, which you have, and 30 fabric, which you have. Okay. So once again, we are going to start with doing this viewpoint. Miramichi. It's actually funny. So one of the things that I often do when I'm on YouTube, oftentimes I go watch YouTube videos when I'm trying to sleep, and oftentimes I watch like YouTube shorts from like YouTubers I follow. There's a really funny YouTube thing I saw. Yeah, well, this is gonna be one we're gonna have to grab. There's a really funny YouTube video I saw where I actually kind of got a laugh at it today. But apparently there's something called xanthophobia, XANTHOPHOBIA, which means fear of the color yellow. And this, he was playing Overwatch, and there was someone with a name like Zampophobe, and the streamer changed into an Orisa, which is like a yellow, typically like a yellow hero, and then he just went into the fortify mode, and he said, "What about this? Does this do anything to you?" And he looked at him and said, "That's gold, not yellow." It's similar colors, but I was just laughing at that because it's just I just he was just trying to like trigger his quote unquote phobia, and it's just so funny. Oh, that's nice. I had to wait for the Shanty to come back. And hope I don't just do a jump to the ground. That was so fucking easy. Okay, well that was interesting. What sea shanty are you? I'm actually gonna wait until that pops up. Donkey riding? I don't remember that one. There are actually foxes in this area, do? Wait, but what type of foxes? Arctic foxes? I know I need that. It's Arctic fox. Ooh, there's Arctic hares I need too. So we need 2 for the pistol ammo pouch, which would be nice. Just 2? I guess just 2. I can do that. There's also deer here. Oh, that's a dog. Never mind. I almost shot a pupper dog. I was curious as to what I prefer, dogs or cats. Little did you know, I'm actually more of a dog person. I also like cats, but honestly I kind of find cats to be more annoying. I'm gonna be honest here. They just kind of are more troublesome, I guess. Really trying to keep an eye out for foxes. Whoops. I think it's actually won't be in that area with the hunting cabin because it's technically a populated area. So maybe further inland. We also need deer, don't we? How many more deer pelts do we need? We need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5 deer and 2 Arctic foxes. You gotta like craft every single thing eventually, so might as well get started on it now. So. Plus, there's an area with deer as well, but I'm not seeing any deer. Well, this area is done, but I haven't seen like a single animal besides those dogs. Go ahead and fast travel here, and then we will backtrack. We're just gonna do like a quick. There we go. Game. Dude, you're not gonna rob me of this, are you? That is fucking bullshit. Are you serious? Rude. Apparently I can't skin that animal, even though I feel like I should. Nice. Oh, I actually killed it. Oh, I see a fox. That's a deer. Headshot! I want to try and get the crafting upgrade for the 2 foxes, but apparently I don't think we're gonna find foxes here. Wait. There we go. Go on fast travel once again. Let's reset the area. Uh, that animation looked weird. Oh, dude, no. What is it with a second deer getting into areas I can't skin him? The fuck? This game, man, is kind of buggy. Can't skin that one. I think there's only one more upgrade we can get with deer, and I think we just need one more deer skin, maybe? Let me check again. Yeah, we just need one more deer skin, I think. Oh, wait. 2 more deer skins. Faster than a deer. Did he just fall? He seriously fell off into the water. Oh my god, another skin I can't get. What the hell is going on? Why does it keep on being inaccessible? You know, we're just gonna kill this one Arctic fox, get the crafting upgrade we need, and then we're just gonna move on. I'm done with this location, man. It's just so stupid. It keeps on like getting under the map or getting into areas where I can't really skin him. Oh well. There's plenty of other locations where we can hunt deer. You see me? Crafting. Okay, now we're gonna move on. Let us actually return to... We're gonna return to New York just to swing by the tradesman and just restock on ammo. There was something that I was actually somewhat proud of happened in yesterday's stream. I didn't want to acknowledge it because usually when I acknowledge it, people end up leaving. But I was so happy because like from beginning to end, I didn't encounter. There was like someone that was watching my stream from beginning to end, and I feel like that means that I'm successfully able to gauge someone's attention for the full 3 hours instead of just doing something that will cause them to turn it off. And I was so proud because I think that's the first time that I ever had something like that happen. And I think I'm actually starting to grow, like be better at the whole streamer thing. Really do not like that outfit.
Our pleasure. See you next time. If you ask me, we should mess.
Wait, what did I just do? What's one? Oh, that's center. So we kind of are gonna do something that may be a bit strange. We're gonna be clearing this location, and then we're actually going to fast travel to a different location and take out like 3 locations along the way. So what I mean is we're gonna be clearing out this location, and then we're gonna be fast traveling here, and clearing out this location, and this location.
Loose and trim too.
Oh wait, I think we actually have a thing done.
Ease off the wind.
Dark skies and rough seas there!
So you are still on Barbados, Gibraltar, but you're actually almost done. It's actually hold off on sending you out on another mission until you're back. Because I will need you to make things safe.
That's quite a wind, Captain!
Give me some speed.
Ah, shit.
All down. All down.
Brace for
Mains
impact!
out. Let's go.
Foul weather there, Captain!
Crowd on every inch of sail.
Full sails! Beware the snow tornado!
Is that actually like a weather phenomenon, a snow tornado?
Some cargo from a wreck over here, sir. It's a snow tornado, Captain. Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
Oop, I'm gonna crash.
Shipwreck ahoy! It appears to be the Chameau. It was ambushed by Arctic pirates.
Souse all but mates. Trim us off.
Doc?
the wind.
Anchor away!
So while we are exploring this location, there's also something else I would like to discuss, and that is something that was actually recently brought to my attention from watching a Twitch streamer. It was like a condensed thing, but he was showing himself getting 100% completion, and over here. He was showing himself getting the platinum on Assassin's Creed, for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. And he said something that kind of drew some red flags. So for those of you curious, there is a game that I'm currently working on throughout this channel, like called the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 remix. I'm hoping to 100% every single game in the collection. And I'm hoping to... I'm actually hoping to get essentially like the gold of that entire collection eventually. The issue that was recently brought to my attention is apparently a specific minigame is actually kind of broken, and it's actually impossible to complete on the Xbox version. I did not check to see how old this video was. For all I know, the developers could have patched it. But if it is still broken, if I actually cannot complete that minigame on the Xbox version, then it may hinder my plans of golding that game. And just as a quick reminder, because this isn't really common knowledge, what I mean by golding a game is getting every single achievement in the game, and since Xbox is at platinum, we can't really call a platinum game since we're not getting a platinum trophy, so I just call it golding game, like the less cool version of the platinum trophy. And it's very possible that I actually will not be able to get that 100% Assassin's Creed, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I got Assassin's Creed on my mind if you couldn't tell. It's possible I may not be able to complete Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep because of a glitch that makes a specific minigame unwinnable. And if that is the case, then I may actually be forced to do essentially everything else besides that, which will actually kind of trigger my OCD a little bit. But I'm hoping that there is like a fix for that for people playing on Xbox to be able to 100% it, because to go over into every single detail what is needed to quote unquote gold Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, there is a achievement for using unlocking every single command and for earning every single sticker. And to do that, you are actually required to play all of the minigames available for that. The unfortunate thing is those minigames are actually one of those minigames is considered to be broken on the Xbox version, and I don't know if this is true, but if it is, it may actually prevent me from getting all the commands and possibly getting all the stickers. But it is possible that the game has been out for so long that it may have been already fixed. Maybe the developers patched it. Maybe the community is kind of like a workaround for that. I don't know. But just know that there actually may be something that will prevent me from 100%ing a game I'm covering at one point in the future. So be warned about that. There's honestly a lot of issues that Xbox has that PlayStation doesn't, and there's honestly one of the things that as one of the reasons why I do kind of consider PlayStation to be an overall better console. One of the issues it has is it's actually fairly common for achievements to actually glitch, where you actually won't be able to get a achievement in a game because it's something actually wrong with specific coding of the triggers of the achievements. And this is actually something I encountered recently with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, where the achievement for completing sequence 4 actually didn't, sequence 7 I should say, actually didn't trigger. And what I may end up, what I'm actually working on right now is trying to start a new save file where I'm going to try to make my way up to sequence 7 once again and record myself beating the final mission and hopefully triggering it that way. PlayStation does not have this issue. As far as I know, like, there is no one really has an issue with an achievement being glitched. And the reason why I say that is there was a streamer I follow who makes his who just streams himself like getting platinums for every single game he plays, and When he was trying to figure out how to trigger an achievement and he thought it was doing like the requirements correctly, I suggested in the chat that said maybe the achievement is glitched because I thought that it was encountering the same thing that I did with some of my glitch achievements I encountered on Xbox. And he actually said there is no such thing as a glitch trophy uh, on PlayStation. So it just kind of makes me think that trophies are actually kind of more reliable, I guess, on PlayStation than achievements on Xbox. And what I mean by that is you're essentially not likely at all to get like a glitched achievement. And that's actually true. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of makes me think that Xbox just, it kind of sucks, or I guess as a more of an inferior console, I guess. And the thing is, it's just coming from someone who's been playing Xbox since, yeah, Xbox 360, or really the original Xbox, I should say. The first game that I ever played was on Xbox was, what was it? There's a handful. I think actually one of the first games I ever played on Xbox was actually Tak and the Great Juju Challenge, which, for those of you who don't know, well, I'm sure everyone, well, a lot of people would know about Tak. The character, he had like a cartoon. He has a handful of games, but that's really kind of my first experience uh, with the original Xbox. I was not allowed to play like any sort of violent games because my family just was living with the belief that video games actually make kids violent. So I was not allowed to play any first-person shooters until I was in high school. But so a lot of the games I played was really rated E for everyone. But I did have a PlayStation 2, I did have a PlayStation 3, but I was more of an Xbox player.
Close down! Catch some wind!
So it's looking at the amount of time I have left. I have like an hour and approximately 10 minutes before I'm gonna be ending the stream. I don't think it's very likely that we are gonna be starting the main story again this stream, but we may actually be able to get all the exploration I want to get done by the end of by next week. So be ready for that, I guess.
Haul in the stunsails!
Drop anchor!
was that? That's not what I used to do. Jay, cooperate. So we're gonna loot the warehouse first, and then we are gonna be or gonna synchronize viewpoint first, and then we are gonna be doing the warehouse first. Second, I should say. And then we're gonna be going after the collectibles.
Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille.
Quoi? J'ai une petite...
Félicien, j'ai une mission spéciale pour vous. Suivez-moi. Félicien, j'ai une mission spéciale pour vous. Suivez-moi.
It beats my heart. Well, for the spoils here at the very least.
Come here, dumbass.
Jean et la Violette. Vous allez patrouiller le côté... Jean et la Violette. Vous allez patrouiller le côté nord. Soyez à...
Must unlock new
Hé, là-bas,
possibilities.
halte.
Va saigner.
That was not very clean, but we got it done.
We're not done here, Snip. You can guard later. I'll hear no more complaints.
Come on. Can I sleep dart him?
Ne bouge plus.
Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille. Marcelin est en
There you
train de
go.
dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille. For holding that for me.
And there we go. Go ahead and sabotage this alarm bell. And we will also go ahead and take you out. Let's go and loot up. To get us a decent amount of resources. I hope. So we are gonna actually leave the area and come back, because I'm actually really curious to see how much resources we actually got from this. We will be coming straight back once we do. Wow, not bad. Let's loot up. Chitsen Itza. So what that is actually probably referring to the events of Assassin's Creed Liberation. Because Chitsen Itza location you can actually go to that's actually integral to the plot of that game. And it's actually something interesting. Apparently a lot of people actually didn't really like Chichen Itza. A lot of people didn't really like Assassin's Creed Liberation. Some people actually consider it to be like one of the worst games. As someone actually 100% it actually did everything you can do in that game. I mean, it wasn't like the best Assassin's Creed. It's definitely not my favorite. But I don't consider it to be the worst either. This is coming from someone that is like fairly biased on this matter. But I do kind of consider the Chronicles games, the 2D side-scrolling Assassin's Creed games, to be worse than Assassin's Creed Liberation. And honestly, there was some DLC, like especially like the DLC for some of the DLC missions for Assassin's Creed 2, which I tend to like a lot less than Assassin's Creed Liberation. But it's by no means, I don't really consider that to be like the worst Assassin's Creed game. But Apparently, there's someone that I talked to recently who actually hates that game with a burning passion, and he actually considers it as be like the worst in the Assassin's Creed series. And as someone again who is 100% it, I don't really see the criticism for it. I mean, everyone's really entitled to their own opinion, but when I try to ask him like what parts of it did he like, he couldn't really give me like a clear answer. So I don't know if he's really like blowing hot air, or if there's actually something specific he didn't like about it. One of the things I liked about Assassin's Creed Liberation is the whole disguise mechanic. I actually thought was kind of a unique and interesting idea. I also really enjoyed the some of the activities and the exploration stuff we can do in that game. It's being like incognito when you're exploring Chichen Itza is actually a pretty interesting mechanic. Where you had to worry about being caught. I will say that one of my criticisms regarding the story of Assassin's Creed Liberation is I dislike how you are kind of forced to find all the corrupted memories. Like, I think it's all the Iridito memories, if you want to see like the true ending of the game. And I feel like that may be something that people may miss. I feel like that people may like look at that game and look at the ending itself and actually think it's like the worst Assassin's Creed game because they just kind of saw the bad ending. But we actually find all the Ardito memories is actually pretty interesting, I guess I'll say. But I guess some games are not for everyone. I guess that could also be a criticism of the game. How you're forced to find like secret memories in order for you to like see the true ending of the game. That's kind of like the same thing, the same criticism I have for a lot of RPG games. Where if you want to see like the true or the best ending, you have to like make specific choices rather than playing the game naturally. I actually kind of favor games that lock like the true ending or like specific ending behind like getting 100% completion. As to me, I honestly can consider that to be more rewarding, more of a reward than just simply like choosing to spare this guy or killing this person. It's just kind of more satisfying, I guess, if you have a specific reward for getting 100% completion. Spyro Reignited Trilogy actually did that a lot, where you have like a normal ending and then you have like a secret ending once you get 100% completion. That's something I actually really like about that game. But I can understand if that type of thing is not for everyone. Again, like, I'm not the type of person that just hates a game simply for hating a game, or for who defends a game as if it's like the best thing ever and it can do no wrong, unlike some people I know. I fully admit when a game has faults, and some of those faults may be bigger than others. However, I also will acknowledge whenever someone I meet actually favors a game that I dislike. An example is there's someone that I encountered recently also who actually considers Assassin's Creed Odyssey to be one of the best Assassin's Creed games. I can see there are some things that I like about Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I feel like it does very well. But there are also some things it does that I absolutely hate, that I feel like it's very unfitting for a Assassin's Creed game. But what it does well is one of the things that I actually do admit is makes it the game like very enjoyable and actually somewhat of an enjoyable experience. And I do kind of understand that from that, the things it does well, I do kind of can see that that may be like why so many people actually consider that to be like the best Assassin's Creed game. I am not one of those people. I'm someone who has played like pretty much every single Assassin's Creed game. One of my favorite games is actually, two of my favorite games in the series is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 3. But at the same time, I'm not the type of person, I will admit when a game has faults, and I do can see that the some of the RPG series actually do has its problems.
We're gonna hit them!
Get off the way! Unfurled, mates! Let's move!
Serious? I can't dock?
Starting on sail!
Don't lie about! Get to your sheets and haul! Careful, Captain!
You fucking kidding me? Let me dock!
Loose and trim too!
Let me dock!
Trim us off the wind!
Haul in sail!
That is honestly kind of bullshit.
Keep us afloat, sir!
Get the fuck out of my way!
Terra to splinters! Watch your course, Captain!
That's one thing I absolutely hate about these games. Assassin's Creed Rogue and Assassin's Creed Black Flag has one glaring problem, and that's freaking storms. Storms are so annoying in naval combat. I can't even free run. That freaking rogue wave that I literally couldn't avoid because I was trying to dock was so freaking bullshit. If I was able to dock, then I would have gotten hit by that rogue wave. Dude! Oh my god, Shay. Possible I may just say like be fake from where the treasure was. These people had a bad time. Dude, I don't know why I keep on getting stuck in that one spot. Dude. I don't know why platforming is giving me so many issues. Yeah, I'm just looking at the layout of that. The buried treasure is definitely up here. Wait a minute. Oh, it's down there. Woo-hoo-hoo. If you jumped off, I would have been so pissed.
This is more like it.
This is not it either. That looks promising. Here it is. Dig. I am actually going to fast travel to New York just to replenish my crew because you never know when you're gonna need it. So actually, we can do that while we're doing this. Okay, so just go ahead and fast over here. There we go. Come on. Shay? There we go. Let's also go ahead and check the this. And wood which we have, 50 stone which we have, 30 fabric which we have.
We have seasoned veterans among our ranks here, and yet we're to be subordinate to
Le fief et crétin a l'air tout droit sorti d'un mariage guindé.
Hey!
There we go.
Fire my butt. Time.
No. Is this not the exit? Oh, the exit's over there. Okay. That was interesting. Dude, I almost lost that. I almost lost that because I screwed up a parkour thing. That was close. Oh, it is up here.
We don't have the tools or manpower. It must be from afar, preferably.
One of my friends just got online that I never see online anymore, so that's pretty cool. Actually, I think he's one of the people that only plays on Xbox 360, which is weird. So, I think that's what that is. I think it actually came on before in recent streams, but because he only plays on 360, he only shows up coming online on 360. It's so weird to me. We have like the what, 2, 3, 4th generation of consoles with the Xbox Series X, and there's still people that only play the 360. Wait, Xbox 360, Xbox One. Yeah, that's 4 generations. I guess I often like, since I'm always comparing with PlayStation. PlayStation technically has 5 generations of consoles because they're on the PS5 right now. So. There you go, Perce is done.
What service can I provide?
Don't probably need to start upgrading. You know, we have a lot of wood, sure. We'll upgrade the rowboat armor to level 3. Level 2, I mean. Just getting everything at least to level 2. Guess we're gonna be doing fishing, but we're not gonna do that just now. Alright, 30, 120, sure. You will also upgrade the crew quarters. We will upgrade mortar storage. Buckle, no. That's all I'm gonna upgrade. We're also gonna go back to that tavern in town, and we're gonna be recruiting more crew because I think we'll have a gap now that we have better crew quarters.
Rum bit of business, that.
Still peaceful around here. No criminals, no threats.
Let's go back to our ship. We will do our naval fleet real quick, and then we will head to a new destination. Then we're gonna go to Anticosti next.
Crime under control and not a Frenchman.
See, Rio de Janeiro. This is where we have reached our end. We need a frigate for this, which we may actually be able to capture now. What we can do, what we can do is, for now, we will just work on locations we already unlocked just so we can continue to get resources. But we need a ship in more cargo space. That's what those stack things are. That means cargo space. And we don't have that. We need a frigate. Ideally, eventually eventually we're gonna get a man of war, but for now, we're gonna focus on getting a frigate. Maybe we can get two, and we'll scrap the other schooner. Go ahead and go to Anticosti.
Get me some speed!
Loose topsails!
Short sail!
Yeah.
Up the squall!
So I'll just go ahead and say this right now. We're currently 2 hours and 20 minutes into the stream. We are going to be streaming for another 30 minutes, so maybe a location or two, and then we're going to be wrapping things up. For those curious, all we have left in this area: Anticosti, Sept-Iles, and Havre Saint Pierre. And then we're done with that area, and then all we have left to do is go to River Valley, clear out this area, and clear out this area. And then main story. So I completely understand that people do get disinterested in this, because all I've been doing today is exploring, but if you want to get 100% completion, you're gonna need to get all the collectibles and complete all locations. So
Ready to fire, sir! Fire! Fire! Ready!
They're charging for us!
Douse the royals and tops! They've hit us, sir!
Dude, turn, you motherfucker.
Should take it! Fire! Awaiting orders, sir! Brace!
Ship taking damage!
Fire! We struck the ice, sir! Loose all! Let's move! Fire! Fire! There, Captain! A good shot! Fire! Taking damage here! Fire! Fire!
Ready, Captain!
Fire! Fire! We've been hit! Fire! Taking a hit, sir!
Ready, Captain!
Fire! Trim the yards off the wind! Ready to fire, Captain!
Bring in those royals!
Shut on sail! Make them rue the day they cross us! Slip down in the deck!
God. I almost died there because I couldn't get my swords equipped.
Let out some sail!
Fine and move now!
As much sail as you can! Fire! Straight to the dig! Cannon ready! Fire! Taking damage here! Fire!
The Morrigan from long range!
Fire! Captain, put a shot through her there! Fire! Grapples ready!
We are gonna repair a ship. Because you're just stupid brig.
Ease off the wind!
Ease the main!
Tops, gallants, royals, studs!
All sails
Heave! Heave!
There we go. Repair the Morrigan! Okay, now let's go to Anticosti.
Crowded all on. Those all but mates. Tops, gallants, royals, studs.
Loose sails! Let's catch the wind!
Reefing all tops.
Okay, now that we're here, go ahead and head into our ship. Hey, hey, hey. Yo, nice. Well, that's a surprise. How much materials do we have? Ooh, wow, we actually got a fair bit of it. Can we get any more upgrades? At this point, I wanted to upgrade my round shot. I need 220 for that. I just want to deal more damage. Because I still feel like I'm pretty weak when dealing damage to ships, so. Or at least doing ship damage.
You want to run this game?
Hold there!
There we go. Yeah, I believe this is actually Chevalier's fort.
Do as he says! Hold right there!
How dare you get that shot off on me? There you go. So all we're gonna do in this the rest of this stream is we're likely gonna present Anticosti before we wrap things up. So for those of you who are really hoping they'll get to the main story, definitely not gonna happen, but we may be able to do it next time. I was honestly kind of hoping I will be able to at least get the Atlantic done by the end of the stream, but let's say that's not going to happen, but we at least got close to getting it done.
A good catch.
We may actually have more time to do another location, actually. Eight of 15 Viking swords, that's nice. There's also something, going back to the people that I talked to about, Assassin's Creed games, there's someone that I talked to who actually considers Assassin's Creed 3 to be like the worst in the series. I would argue that's one of the best, and that's simply coming from someone who's actually 100% the game for and actually experienced everything the game has to offer. There's a lot of things that Assassin's Creed 3 does that I absolutely love, but I think the main complaints people have with the story is Connor is kind of a emotionless character, and as such he's not that interesting. 724 176, and I will say he definitely has more emotions if you play the homestead missions, but it's this location. But if you haven't, then yeah, he's just is kind of a bland character, but it's just it's really kind of unfortunate, I guess, because there's a lot of depth to Connor's character that most people on a standard playthrough wouldn't actually notice, and if they actually took the time to do the extra stuff and actually hear everything that Connor's character has to offer, and they may not think it's just so bland of a game. But I guess a counter argument to that is because his character, the depth to his character is kind of locked behind playing the game. People, it kind of leads to the argument that because he's just undeveloped and really only develops if you, really only develops if you, actually play the extra stuff, which I guess is kind of fair. I'm trying to decide if, I guess there's only one way to find out. I was gonna say, I was trying to decide if that hype would kill me. 14. Oh, that's not 14,000. 48,000. Anticosti is done. Hey, we actually got a challenge done. That's interesting. So all we're gonna do from this point on is just sail to the next location, and then we are going to end the live stream just a little bit early. But yeah, we actually got a lot done. I'm actually really kind of curious to see where we're at in regards to percentage. Is this considered a brig, or is this like smaller than a brig? Honestly, can't tell.
Sept-Iles. I have heard that smugglers hide cargo throughout them.
Glues up! These are sticks! Get them aloft! Starts on side!
Okay, so we made it to a new location. So that's actually, you know what? We're gonna stream just a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and complete this location, then we'll end things off.
Ready and willing to do some good work, kind sir. Now you die. Give your instructions, sir.
It's mine. I think we're actually gonna go a different route. Come on. There you go. Go and grab this treasure map. This is a worst old ship.
This is more like it.
This is in New York, so we'll worry about that later. Three of 5. Oh, it's definitely an interesting free running section. Almost done here. Just climb up. Go ahead and grab this last Animus Fragments. This should be the last one. And we'll be done with this location, and we will end the stream. So if you are remotely interested what I see today, all the games I cover on my channel will be for 1% completion. I will be streaming Assassin's Creed Rogue yet again next Saturday, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. I will be streaming I will be streaming Stardew Valley for 1% completion on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time, and I will be streaming Sims 3 Pets for 100% completion on Fridays, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. If you are interested in games being able to play for 100% completion, know that not only go for 100% in-game statistics, but 100% in achievements as well. We got a lot done today. How much did we get done? Well, let's go ahead and quit to the main menu and find out. You started at 41%? And we're now at 44%, so we're up 3%, but we really only did collectibles. Collectibles really aren't worth that much. That's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Hello everyone, and welcome to the post-stream session where I go over all the new entries for the database. Give me one moment, there's something I must do for my recording. Go. So let's go ahead and we will go into our database. read the new entry. So we got some new war letters. We got Chichen-Itza, reference to Assassin's Creed Liberation. 1751, Grandmaster. Regretfully, have not found any trace of the precursor box. However, I believe I have stumbled upon something greater. A large mine city. It is my humble opinion that we should begin an excavation immediately. I request permission to allocate large quantities of resources and manpower to Mesco. Raphael Joaquin de Ferrer Chichen-Itza. I believe de Ferrer is someone that we kill as Avalon de Grand Prix. I may be wrong. Dead End, 1746, Master Harrison. I do not know what your sources are, but after conducting a thorough search of Lisbon and the surrounding areas, I have found no trace of a precursor site. I believe that your intelligence has failed you. If there's nothing else, I must return to my duties as the nations around us continue to bicker. Trade has increased. There are other more pressing matters to attend to. I'm sorry I could not serve you in this matter. May the Father of Understanding guide you. Duarte Jorge Correa Pinto, Santa Maria de Belém. Front Company, 1746, Master Gifts. We are basically just sending letters out filled with secret plans to bring their arrival safely. We need a front company, or a series of companies to double as a community. Master Johnson, New York, has recently been appointed as a colonel of the Warriors of the Nations. Not only is he well established in the local trade, but his relationship with the Mohawk may well benefit us. I suggest we begin friendly overtures immediately. In the meantime, I plan on influencing my in-laws to create a trading company a little closer to home. May the Father of Understanding guide us, Lawrence, Washington, Virginia. The Siege of Bergen-op-Zoom, 1747, Grandmaster. I thought you might like to know that I found your stray dog. Ethan has been asking questions as to what happened to that gormless father of his. Do not fret though, the brat still does not suspect a thing, but I had to kill that pointy-eared lout to mask your involvement. I wonder if you even care. You have Edward Kenway's journal and all his fantastical secrets about the people who lived before nonsense. When I met you, you were a man of honor, of discipline, of principle. You were the embodiment of everything that made our order great, and now look at you. A sad old man obsessed with fairy stories. More interested in gobbledygook than peace. So if you do not mind, Grandmaster, I will leave you to your books and return delivering peace to mankind wherever I can. I warn you, if I see an opportunity to deal with Hatham, I will take it. If it were up to me, we would have killed him alongside his father. May the Father of Understanding guide you. Lieutenant Colonel Edward Braddock. Wow. So Braddock was someone that at one point was close to Hatham. At least they worked together. They were both Templars in the order, but they essentially went down different paths. Braddock actually apparently didn't really care about who he really affected. He wasn't started with like killing innocents to get what he wanted. And Hatham had a problem with that, and that kind of led to Hatham eventually killing Braddock in Assassin's Creed 3. Warning, 1751, Achilles. Although I am very impressed with the growth of the colonial brotherhood, I feel a sense of dismay and creeping dread that you continue to ignore my warnings about the approach of the British rights of the Templar Order. Reginald Birch has been scouring the world for precursor artifacts, and we have intelligence that suggests he will turn his attention to the colonies. If, nay, when he does, be sure to send his most dangerous agent, Master Hatham Kenway. There may be Templars in the New World now. No doubt you have clashed with them already, but you have not encountered cunning or danger until you have faced the British Templar. I dread the day that I might face Kenway myself, and I implore you to heed my call to caution. My next mission takes me to Corsica, so I must prepare for my journey. I will contact you as soon as I possibly can. Yours in Brotherhood, Miko, London. I honestly don't know who Miko is. As per usual, we got a lot of cave paintings, but we're not going to go into them until we get all of them. Same thing with Animus Fragments. We got a lot of Animus Voice of the Grave, but we're not going to listen to them and have all of them. We have Shanties. Once again, I cannot play any of these Shanties because of copyright, but if you want to listen to the songs, I encourage you to look up a video that plays each of these songs on YouTube. If you want to know what songs to listen to, I'm only going to have these Shanties up for just a short time. Feel free to pause and look each up individually or find a video that plays them all. But I cannot play them for copyright. People, we have nothing here. I'm surprised we got something new. Ship. We don't have anything new. Location. Don't have anything new. Landmarks. Don't have anything new. Ship types. We had the frigate. So that actually does it for all the new locations. If you are in all the new entries for the database, I do not think that we have anything in the modern day because we have not done like a modern day mission. That's gonna do for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time.